Hi, I'm Dr. Ali Kareen of Kareen Pediatrics. I have been very overwhelmed this week, and I feel like there is a cloud of sorrow, anger, despair, and anxiety that's kind of hovering over our country right now. So I felt like it was a good time to have a few words with you all. Getting a lot of calls from families of children who are telling their parents, like, I'm just really sad, I'm really anxious. I think they feel it, I think that we all feel it, and we should probably just name that and we should acknowledge it. I don't have a lot of ways to tell you to fix this problem, but I can just share with you in my own experience how I get up each day to deal with things that have happened in my life. One of the big principles that I feel like we all have to live with to be able to love each other and be compassionate to people around us is to understand that everybody gets up each day and does the best with what they've been given. And what does that mean? You know, we talk about privilege and the different things that people come to the table with, and people have really varied backgrounds, and they have different, abilities growing up with their families. They have different ways they were treated. They have different genetics when it comes to their mental health or their IQ or their functionality. People have just a big set of different pieces that come together to be who they are on every day. And most people just get up and say, what am I going to do today with the best of me, of what I've been given? And sometimes people just haven't been given that much. And we look at their choices and we think that they're really bad. It's easy to be angry at them. But I think that if we start from that space of understanding that we're all just coming at the world a little different, that it's easier to love each other. For me, I myself have suffered trauma. My stepfather was murdered a while back, and living with a trauma like that does change you. It changes you in a lot of ways, and you do relive it and come back up with it, and sometimes you just need a break. I think some of the things that we struggle with in a country right now is that sometimes we forget what unites us and we just keep coming back to what divides us, and we need a mental break from trauma. We need a mental break from something that has caused us a lot of pain. And the only way that I can get through trauma is through this notion of everybody gets up and does the best with what they have. The young man that murdered my father was a 13-year-old kid. It's really hard for me to be mad at him. He lived a totally different life, and the whole situation was sad to me. I think that you get through trauma when you learn to forgive and accept and move on with what other people's lives are, and that's how you heal yourself as well. If you're on the other side of a situation and you don't understand why someone is so hurt and traumatized and angry, and you need to come from that perspective as well and say, I haven't lived their life, I don't know how they feel. And so on both sides of whatever trauma event or situation that you're in, I think it's just really important for people to learn to love each other in that, and how they will get up each day and be better to the person that was next to them before. I think that in this time with so much dread and sorrow, I'm getting a lot of calls of like actual anxiety and trouble sleeping and difficulty in how to manage those emotions. And so from my advice to you medically, if it's not emotionally like I was talking about, it would be, sleep a lot, exercise a lot. And I know that COVID has made everyone feel like they can't go out, but we really do need people. So if you are been staying in, please go find the people that you love and the things that you need to be around. And maybe that means if you have high-risk family members, socially distancing, but having some time with them in that environment. And if you don't have high-risk family members, maybe sitting down to a meal or playing in a park or spending some good quality time together. We can do that now. COVID is circulating very low in our population right now, and it is safe to go about if you are not a high-risk member of our community and get that sense of community that could probably help you a lot during these times. If you do know high-risk family members that can't really do that, reach out to them. They're feeling the same sense of dread and really concern. They're toppling that with concerns for their own health. So ask what you can do for them and what ways you can support them in this time. If you need some supplemental support, we're going to put up on the Purely Integrative site options for you. We have lots of options. They're kind of different for your needs, but there are some of our sleep supports that are specific for kind of anxiety-related sleep issues. We've got some both nutritional and herbal ways to help with anxiety, and I think those are really great tools right now as we try to get through a situation that is very anxiety-provoking for a lot of people. I hope that you can get through this time well with your family, and we will be here for you if you're having specific problems. You can always contact us for your children if you feel more specific help is needed, and our prayers are with you and with our country. Thank you.